Okay, our next step that we need to do is what's known as setting the hedge. We've evaluated our portfolio returns and our standard deviations over the 30 previous days. And we've calculated our value at risk. From our year-to-date returns. So value of portfolios, and this is our underlying value at risk with a 5% control, and critical value for that is 1.64. So first step that we need to do is download. We're going to use a e-mini contract to do the hedge. There's a link here on the application. You come in, control, and click, which will bring it up. Go ahead and let it load. So these are the e-mini contracts, and these are historic prices that we're interested in. You'll notice down here there's an ES1, ES2, ES3, ES4. ES1 is what's known as the front contract. Contract comes due in December. The next one is in March, then I think in June, and then September. So ES3 is the the June contract, and ES4 would be the September contract that just went out. Their ticker symbols are ESH for January. For March contract, and the Z contract here is going to be the December. What we're going to be doing is just grab our historic data. Click here for the historic data. And then we're going to download the data directly into an Excel format. Just go ahead and open it in Excel. There's no need to save the file. We're just going to grab the information that we need. What we need, I've set it up here under the e-mini tab. Let me close my door here real quick. We want the dates, and I grabbed from the most recent, which is the 23rd through the 10th. We want the settlement prices, so if you look at our value, that's the settle. This is the prices that we're interested in. No high, low, and no change, just the settle. And then the value of the contract is going to be the settled price times 50. And then we're going to initiate the contract on September 10th. Basically, the closing price on September 10th, which was $19.95. Multiply that by 50, so the value of the contract is $99,750. Now, if I slide over here to my year-to-date tab, in terms of setting the hedge, we're going to apply this equation right here, which is the beta of the portfolio times the value of the portfolio divided by the value of the future contract. The beta of the future contract is 1 because it's the S&P 500. It is the market that we're using. So this beta, like I'm on my Sharp 1, we just grab the beta of the portfolio. Now I will highlight that if you have a 3-factor model, there are multiple betas, granted. But what we're interested in is we're hedging using S&P 500 contracts, so we're interested in the beta of the market. We're not interested in the SML or HML. So if I just click on my portfolio beta, it's the weights times the beta. So you'll use that beta, assuming you have the equation set correctly on each of them, as you go through, and that's certainly something that you want to check. It's always going to be the weights times the beta of each individual stock. All right. So on my Y to date, I have the beta of the portfolio, and right here I'm just going to calculate the number of contracts I need, the value of the portfolio on the 10th, which was we calculated as 105,000 based on a 5.55% return over the year to date. And so it's the beta of the portfolio multiplied by the value of the portfolio divided by the value of the E-mini. And we get the E-mini value here from the E-mini tab. And that's the 99,750 from the day that we set. And basically, given that we're starting out with $1 million or $100,000 portfolio, everybody's going to end up with one contract. Now, if we converted this to $1 million portfolio by just adding a zero to it, you'd say I need 8.33 contracts. So my choice becomes, do I do 9 contracts or 10 contracts? And that's a choice of whether you're going to overhedge or underhedge your portfolio. And that's a decision. If you have gargantuan portfolios, it's not that big a deal. You just pick the one, you just get rid of the fraction. Anyway, so that's going to be our hedge. Now, we also need on our E-mini to calculate, I got to fix that. Take this back to 100,000. So on our E-mini, we need to calculate the change in value. What we have is a contract now that we shorted. We sold a contract that says we're going to deliver the S&P 500 for a value of $1,995. Now, if the value goes up, that means we have to deliver at 1,995 for something that's worth 1,997. So we actually lose on that. So the basic equation here is -1 because we're short one contract, or minus however many contracts are short, times the change in price. So D32 minus D33. And we $sign D33 because this is our contract price. It doesn't change. And then you'll just go ahead and drag that up. You can see we're at 1995 here. The S&P contract got as low as 1850, actually 1846. So the contract went up in value by $7,000. Okay, and that's setting the hedge. And I'm going to stop here, and then we'll go and to how do you evaluate how well your hedge performed. Thank you.